Welcome to Shop Talk for Muddy Colors. We're your hosts, Christine and Colin Poole. And today we have the great pleasure of talking to the amazingly talented and unendingly creative Bobby Chiu. Welcome, Bobby.
Hey guys, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. It's an honor, really.
So today we're really excited. We get to talk about a brand new event. It's Lightbox Expo online, and it's going to be happening in just a couple of weeks. And we're all very excited, and we're going to get all of the details and the insider scoop. So first of all, I wanted to start off just by sharing a little story about Lightbox Expo last year, which debuted in Pasadena, California. And we were very fortunate to be some of the attendees in the first year. And we've all done tons and tons of these conventions and expos. And this one was really different. I was walking around and I was walking past Bob Self of Baby Tattoo Books. And he's sitting in his booth like he usually does. And I walk by and I say, "Hey, Bob, how's it going?" And he looks at me and he goes, "I love this event. Everyone is so happy." And I noticed as the weekend went on that was kind of what happened, is everybody was happy and everybody kept saying, "This is the happy convention." And I think from what you've shared that it actually broke a lot of your expectations. It exceeded your expectations of attendance and what had happened. You can tell a quick story about the lines that we saw every morning.
You get to the building and there were lines literally wrapped round and round the building. These people are boiling in the hot sun and everybody looks like they're having a good time. And it was just, there was an exciting energy that happened from the day it opened till it closed, right up until the end, the entire time.
So obviously and unfortunately, this year has caused a lot of changes in all of our lives. And so Lightbox Expo this year is going online, and we would like to actually just hear a little bit about how it's going to be different from other online events and what you're excited about and who's going to be there and what's happening. So take it away.
I do want to promise everybody that, you know, this is coming from the most positive intentions. We are looking to create something that will be a positive weekend for everybody. You know, it's a lot of people that need it. A lot of people that are emotionally exhausted. It's not healthy, you know, and it's nice. We just thought it would be really nice to bring everybody together. Let's forget about all the stuff that we have going on right now, and just bring everybody together for a nice weekend, and just be together. So Lightbox Expo is literally going to be the biggest artist-focused event of the year. We have over 400 participants coming to this, doing stuff, demos, talks, panels. We have over 300 talks, demos, panels, various things going 24 hours a day until the event is over. The event starts 9 a.m. Friday, September 11th, and doesn't end until Sunday evening. This is all Pacific Standard Time, by the way. The cool thing is like I was saying, there's going to be a lot of stuff happening at the same time. Mm-hmm. At an in-person event like last year, you kind of feel bad for people because all of us, we can only pick one thing out of 15 things and we'd miss out on 14 things. And there's no getting around it, you know, or you could just miss out on 15 things and just don't go to anything. But this one, because it's online, after you're done streaming, pretty much everybody, they're just going to leave it up, right? So you could just watch it right after. Have over 300 Artist Alley tables with many of the who's who of the industry on the planet Earth. We have activities that people can do 24/7 that have been created and will be put on Lightbox Expo for that weekend created by their favorite artists, their favorite companies and studios. We also will have a lot of interactivity kind of stuff. Like I was mentioning, we'll have the ability to paint and draw together on the same document, on the same page, creating collaborations the world has never seen before. And it doesn't matter where you are in the world. Once you register, then you put in your time zone and the schedule all changes to your time zone. So there's no confusion there as well. Registration, you pick your own price. We know that a lot of people are down on their luck or might have been financially burdened by our current situation. So you select your own price. Regular price, $40. You get a free exclusive tote bag from Mike Mignola, plus a print from me and a discount in our store and a goodie bag, digital goodie bag of over 4 gigs of awesome content from your favorite artists and studios. Or you could pay $25 and you get everything that I just mentioned, except for that exclusive Mike Mignola tote bag. Or you could go $10 and you get everything except for my print and the tote bag and the discount at the store. It's all listed on the website, but if you are financially strapped, that's okay. You know, we still want you to come. We want you to enjoy this weekend even more, as far as we're concerned. So you can pay as little as $1 and you could come on in. Oh, can I mention one thing? I didn't mention the artist database. You know, so it's one thing to teach people, now they know how to draw. It's one thing to bring people together, now they can all meet. How do we get people jobs, right? And that's where the artist database comes in. So every attendee and all the presenters and such, they'll be given an email asking if they want to participate in the artist database. So what that is like you create a profile of your art and your location, like the country you live in, your industry that you're interested in, your specialty, your resume, those kind of things. I was mentioning that we pretty much have literally all the best studios sponsoring this event. These studios and companies will get access to the artist database, just like they did last year. Last year, over 10% of the people got meetings with these big companies, Netflix, Illumination, whatever, you name it. And many of them got jobs. You know, these are very much meetups. You know, we don't want to give the sponsors any kind of pressure. And a lot of times the first step in getting a job is a meetup. So that's what we're doing with the artist database, connecting artists with the big studios and allowing the big studios to find the artists that they're looking for easier.
We actually did make a connection, not with one of those studios that you've mentioned, but with another company that we're right now in discussion about doing a collaborative video series with, and really excited about it. And I don't think that would have ever happened because there would have been no way that we would have crossed paths other than through this event. And we're actually really excited about that for, you know, the kind of work that we do. It's going to be something really exciting in our future that came out of Lightbox Expo from last year. So it does happen.
And we couldn't have done any of this without our amazing sponsors. Our sponsors, by the way, are the who's who. We got people like Procreate, Riot Games, Schoolism, which is my own thing, Imagine FX, Adobe, Wacom, Sony Animation, Sony Pictures Animation, DreamWorks Animation, Netflix, Pixar, Walt Disney Animation Studios, Walt Disney Television Animation, DeviantArt, Nickelodeon, Warner Brothers, Sketchboard Pro, Infinite Painter, Nomon, Magma Studios, Copic, Wildbrain Studios, Maxis, Seneca College, Titmouse, Maxon, Illumination, Cartoon Network, Blue Sky, Bento Box, Supercell, SVS Learn, Sketchbook from Autodesk, Weta Workshop, Storyboard Art, Mac Hollywood, Latin X and Animation, CGMA.
Is that all?
I think that's everybody. So there's a lot of support. This is really going to be something that the world is going to remember or wish they, you know, went to. Oh, one other one that's going to be really fun is caricatures where we have a Zoom call and you have a whole bunch of people and then everybody's painting characters of each other at the same time too. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
That sounds like fun.
Absolutely. One of the biggest things I think is because of the unique situation that I'm in through my different experiences, right? I own a studio for the last 15 years. So it gives me a lot of perspective on the studio side of things, what's important to them. I'm an artist. I've worked on a lot of various projects over the years, movies and things like that. So I have that perspective. I have a TV show, going, it's season 2, Nico and the Sword of Light won an Emmy season 1 and nominated for Emmy in season 2. We didn't win the second one, but I have that perspective of, creating a show. And we have Schoolism. And Schoolism was the first online art school 15 years ago. So I also have that perspective as well. So, we have the online school experience, the workshops. We've been doing workshops for, past like 12, 13 years in various countries even that, don't speak English. So running events, all of a sudden I have more than a decade of experience with that as well. And a lot of wonderful friends such as you guys that are there to support the interesting ideas that I want to pursue. And so my whole career has kind of been like, what would I like to see different in the art community for the art community? And I would just go and pursue those things, and that led to Lightbox Expo. But the real big difference is like, who's the person that's running Lightbox Expo? There's me, and then there's Jim Demonakos, who created the Emerald City Comic Con, which has over 100,000 people each year. So he knows how to do things very, very big. I know the art community like the back of my hand. I am part of the art community. So we can think about things from the artist's point of view. And so that's how we kind of came up with Lightbox Expo. We want to create an event where the focus is on the artists behind our favorite things, right? Like Robert Downey Jr., love the guy. He did not design Iron Man. Who did design Iron Man? Shouldn't we know about that too? Because so many people have the toys, have these things. Who designed Baby Yoda? It was Christian Alsman that also designed BB-8. Isn't that interesting? So it's like an opportunity for anybody to really find out who are these creative minds behind their favorite things, and to run an event from the perspective of an artist, right? And that's why I think everybody really had such a good time, because as well, I was saying I do workshops, for the last, 12, 13 years, about 12 workshops a year for 12, 13 years. 6 artists come with me. So I'm not just hang out with friends, new artists, things like that. I'm traveling with them. And we're connecting, we're creating bonds that are gonna last us a lifetime. So through over a decade of doing that, my network of people that I call my dear friends has grown tremendously. Not on purpose, by the way. All these things, it was just like, what do you want to do now? I want to do this. Okay. And then the benefits from it just happen to come later. For the Muddy Colors viewers, I try to express, a lot of people, they consider me very lucky. And I say, yes, I am very lucky, but you can generate luck. And one of the best, easiest ways to generate luck is to look for opportunities to serve. Not you, but to serve other people, which that's why we connect so well, with the three of us. It's because you guys have that same passion as well, and it's infectious. And when you're looking to serve, everybody wants to help to support.
I agree. That's certainly one of the guiding principles of our tendency to say yes to everything. You know, we just want to contribute something. You touched on so many things. I have a couple of questions. So is Jim part of organizing the Lightbox Expo online this year?
Absolutely.
Okay, so he was
Yeah, he's
the team.
yeah, he's the other half.
Okay, and you had mentioned tons and tons of all of these different experiences that you've had, and how you've used them successfully to help the community and these other avenues. How do you feel like all of this experience that you have is going to create Lightbox Expo into its own unique event? So where that's coming from is we've talked with a lot of artists, particularly younger artists who've already participated in a number of the online art events earlier this year. And the response to those events has been somewhat lukewarm. And we're both very convinced that this event is just going to be the killer event that people are going to be talking about. And you're going to be like, why didn't I know that that was happening? And so first, I guess there's two questions. First of all, what do you think it is that in the way that you present things causes there to be that kind of enthusiasm, you know, for us who we've done lots and lots of different events that were really nice, you know, but we're very enthusiastic about this one. And what do you think is going to be unique and different for the attendees who come that they're going to be like, oh man, I never expected this?
So unique wise, or I guess start off with why people are excited about this. We've done a couple things that were very different. One was we gave up on the idea of an in-person event very quickly. You know, a lot of people, they hung on. A lot of events really hung on to the last minute. And then all of a sudden, okay, we need to do an event in like a month and a half. Which obviously you're not going to be able to do much in a month and a half, especially at the scale that we're going, right? We're going even bigger than in-person version. The other hugely unique thing about this is like a lot of times events, they have just like one or two tracks. Sometimes during Lightbox Expo, there'll be at least 15 things going on at the same time. We have a ton of people coming out. We have pretty much the art community coming out. There's 400, just around 400 guests coming out, participating, doing various things. Also, a huge part of this is, if I had to be honest, which I always am, I don't go to online events unless I was invited to speak, and usually after that I leave. And sometimes you got to find the person that doesn't want to do that thing because they don't like that thing. That's the best person to reinvent that thing.
Yeah.
And that was Jim and I. We don't usually go to online events. And then we start to question why. And then we started questioning, how come our professional friends don't really hang out and go to online events? And then we started to think, well, it's because they're rundown versions of the in-person event. We're just trying to do whatever we can. Well, I'm not interested in those kind of things. That doesn't kind of, I respect everybody and what they do, but my passions lie in how do we change? How do we evolve? How do we do something that's different? Not just participate. We want to elevate, right? And that's what kind of really got me going. And then the other huge thing is this has become personal. This coronavirus thing has become personal, you know, because I started off going to conventions. That's how I made my living. That's how I got the word out there, because when I started off, this is before Facebook for all the kids out there, right? So you got the word out, not by tweeting stuff. You couldn't tweet stuff. You would have to go there. You would have to travel. So I went all across the country, all across the world to different events to get my name out there through conventions. And if this happened to me back then, I could tell you there would be no schoolism. There would be no Imaginism Studios. There would be no Lightbox Expo. Maybe Jim would still make a thing, but I don't know. So we still have friends that do conventions and need an outlet, you know, to be able to do these things. And so it's become personal. It's become like, how do we help out my friends and the rest of the art community that really need this? So we created an awesome interactive, you know, virtual artist alley like no other. It's super cool. And there's going to be tons of exclusive things. Jim and I, we personally called up everybody involved, hundreds of calls to convince everybody that this one will be different. We're not doing the same online event. And for everybody to do something exclusive for this event. So there'll be tons of amazing, unique things to buy from these artists. So we're not charging the artists to have tables. We're not taking any commission, any percentage from any sales. When you buy stuff, you're buying it directly from the artist. We want them to be like supported as much as possible.
So I was actually playing around on the Lightbox Expo online site, and I was playing in the artist alley, and it is really interesting because you do get the sense that you're actually walking down the aisle and linger at a booth for as long as they want. And you know, I don't think the links are active yet, but you're going to click on the link and you can go and get more information about the available works on that particular artist, and some have videos. And that said, you've set up this huge format where people can be hanging out in chat rooms all weekend, right? I don't know how much. I know there's a bunch of surprises and secrets, so I don't want to get into too much of what you're doing, but
oh, we could totally get into it. Yeah. So one of the other things that we're going to be doing that's completely new is there's going to be far more activity-based events, right? So it's not just a chat room. We're working on a draw-in chat room where everybody can draw together.
and that is
on
so
the
cool.
same document. Yeah.
We got to play with that with the other artists, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, so we're getting into software. We have this other company called Magma Studio, which this is the very first product, you know, for that, which will be an awesome product that people can try out for free on the internet, you know, and hopefully this will bring more connectivity and a lot more art.
Are there more surprises you can share with us at this point?
Yeah. I'll share with you some stuff that I just got confirmed. Okay, so Everett Downing, Oscar-winning director of Hair Love, he's going to be conducting a multi-artist art jam where we have a whole bunch of artists coming in. They're all on the same board. He gives the topic, everybody sketches, and then he's going to pick one of the sketches, or everybody votes on a sketch, and then we blow up that sketch, and then a whole bunch of artists start to refine the sketch while another bunch of artists start to do color comps of that sketch, and then he's going to pick a color comp, and then everybody's going to move on to painting. And in a matter of minutes, you're going to have a fully done, lovely illustration by multiple people at the same time. Like, you've never seen these things before. Imagine what will happen when you have Kay Asadera on the same board as Shannon Tyndall and, you know, Crash McQuarrie that designed the dinosaurs for Jurassic Park. Who knows? I don't know, but I want to see, you know, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be really, really cool.
Actually, there's a word for one of the sculptures that we've just created that's poiesis, and it means the bringing into being of something that's never existed before. And it sounds like that's what this event, the intention is behind the event, is that it's giving birth to things that have never existed and experiences we've never had and things we've never seen, which I think is actually really exciting.
I think what is remarkable about this is how you have taken what is a truly challenging time and you've used it as an opportunity for invention, for bringing something totally new and connecting us all together. And also, as you say, it's a gift to the artists, it's a gift to the attendees. It's a gift to the creatives in our world and throughout the world. So for that, we are very, very grateful.
It goes right back, honestly, but thank you. Yeah. Oh, the brightest light is in darkness, isn't it?
So thanks everyone so much for tuning in. And until next time, keep creating. We hope to see you at Lightbox Expo online. Bye-bye.